Known for some incredible wings and one of the league's most passionate fan bases. We're just outside of Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Bye weeks now in the rear-view mirror. We are full speed ahead in the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They run. It's the rookie from UCLA. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll head up for... Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the handoff. Down the sideline inside the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 35-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
Buying some. This time they're going to get there and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's got a man left. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming.
Let's go.
Throwing now, off play action. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Now this is picked up inside the 35. Has a hole left, room to run. 30. He's at the 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set. Warrior 70, go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Complete out to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
60 Eagles, 60, Dragon 60. Trap 60, trap 60. Get up.
Throwing now on first down. Finds a man right side. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Set. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Throwing now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Buffalo 18. Here we go, set. 19 tight, 19 tight. Set go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills get it down to a single point. Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown with the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. A reverse on the opening kickoff. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2 and out from the gun. Complete to Mims. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Offense up to the line fast. Third down run from Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Throwing deep for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, a give to Achane. He's at the 30. The 10. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish off their opening drive. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
70 range, 18, Pioneer.
They'll come out throwing. They're on it. That's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins are going to take over after the interception. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball.
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Has this at the 6. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, go!
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time to secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
2nd and 10 now. Cut out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Throwing from the gun here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 32 on that play. And that gives them first and goal.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. And that is how our first quarter will end as that pass falls incomplete. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Bills definitely thinking points.
Set! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Mustang 19! Ready?
From the gun on third down. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll get him back to 11.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. With some trickery here on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
All right. Ready?
Blitz coming, 2 up. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that. Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other to give him a chance to make a play.
He's on the move. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. So no return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. New set of downs for him from the 46.
70 Timberwolf. Here we go. Shaq. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 19 Lion. Check go.
They'll throw on first. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Warrior 70. Dragon 60.
Pass play on 1st and 10. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target or make a play on it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Set up. 19 Tiger. 19. Ready?
Going to the ground again on 1st. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And the Dolphins got it. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
On the double.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hawk 70. 60 by 6. Go.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And he takes it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills make it a one-score game in the 1st half. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane, and he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. And the Bills are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his 1st career interception. 2nd and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming, and they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You could play conservative, try to get to a manageable 3rd down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem, well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Trap 60. Stephanie.
Look into the air here. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target. Kickers got to be a little bit like quarterbacks, Kate, every once in a while. When a QB throws a pick, you got to flush it. When a kicker gets one blocked earlier in the game, you got to do the same thing. You got to flush it, trust your fundamentals, and deliver as he just did.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd down carry for A-Chan. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Tua out of the pistol. He throws a bullet to the center, brought in inside the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa. Rolling left, buying some time. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Achan punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achan with the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Tagovailoa will look to throw. And he's got it, so they get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Well, it may be stating the obvious, partner. I do that sometimes often, but tight ends, such a mismatch this close in. And no surprise, they went his way for that two-point conversion.
Yeah, it's one of those guys' security blanket. Whether he's designed read or not, this quarterback knows that tight end's a great outlet. Why? Because often they're bigger and they're stronger. Even if they're double-teamed, there's still that chance to get that entry pass like a great post in basketball, and they know how to finish.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
60 Maverick. Let's go.
Throwing off the play fake here. Finds Kincaid. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To throw here on 1st down. He finds Kincaid. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Throwing now on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
Set. Check go.
Trying again, following the sack. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fourth and forever coming up.
Set.
So Buffalo's going to call its 2nd timeout, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Oh, and it's a fake. Punter with the football. And the fake's not going to pay off as that winds up incomplete. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
21G, 21G.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. That's caught. Devon Achane. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Tagovailoa on first down. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. The throw is caught. And in for the Miami touchdown. Now the second time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a second home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, go!
They'll come out throwing. Searches from the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up.
18, Pioneer, ready?
Back to throw now. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Come 19. Shut up. Ready.
Here's a throw. Hits him on the in route. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
70 Lions. Ready.
They'll run for this. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire
pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. And he's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. Man in motion here. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
A-Chain on the inside give. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Sanders that time on the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready. Set.
They'll stick with A-Chain. Has a lane past the 45. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just didn't quite have the last bit of burst needed to finish it off, but don't be surprised to see them go his way again soon and give him a chance to earn that touchdown.
A-Chan can't push it across. They make the stand, and it looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Hey, get set.
Running forward, it's A-Chan.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short one, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And that brings up 4th and goal.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Aubrey puts it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
Okay, ready.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Six the Eagle. Go.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Connects on the crosser. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Come on. Set.
To throw it on 1st down. Forced out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. He's going deep. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Achane. And that's good for a gain of 5. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time. Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this kick works out pretty well for him. It's blown dead at the 12. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Mustang 19.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh no, they get him yet again. Kayvon Merriweather making the play. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They send the tight end in motion. Achane, a 1st down carry. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks. Second and 6 coming up here.
All right. Out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he drives this forward to the 6.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down.
Corner, long.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. He's got the squiver. And look at this return. Races past midfield. And he's out of bounds. This is a great start for them, already on their opponent's side of the field.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Stops by Chop Robinson.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Ready. 18 Rattler. Ready.
He'll throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Amendola able to put it through. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Bass now to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Right here. Time on 3, kick.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Bills getting back on his 6th interception of the season. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and centers on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Buys time, rolling right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt